Hello everyone, it's Nancy Mazo at Notably Nancy YouTube channel. I want to welcome you all back to my channel. Today I want to talk about a great system that I developed that I've been using for about 2 years on how to keep track of my students, and I'd like to share it with you, and I hope that you can use it too. Okay, so without further ado, let's get right into it. This is a really easy system. The reason I'm going over it again is because I've jumped to the International Teacher Project, and so I have moved from the Chinese platform to the Korean platform. So in some respects, I'm starting all over again with brand new students, and I use this on the Chinese platform. I'm going to be continuing it on the Korean platform, and let's get into it. Okay, here's what I do to keep track of my students, and like I said, I've kind of developed the system and have been using it for the past couple years, and I want to share it with you because it's really a great easy way to keep track of your students. This system has two parts to it, okay? One part is an alphabetized file box, okay? And I've got my students in here with file cards. I'm overseas, so the size 3x5 cards that I could get and the box don't exactly match, but I've got it alphabetized here. Okay, and when I have a new student, here's what I do. I take out a file card, okay, and I go to my classrooms. And this is one that I did today, my first student on the Korean platform. Okay, I mark down the date, okay, the name of the student, and the lesson. Sometimes I put the whole lesson, sometimes I just put level 2, level 3 where they are. Okay, then underneath that I record the date, and for example for this one I have reminders, okay, so that when the student schedules again, I've got all his information right by my fingertips. Okay, this is Ryan, and I wrote down after his lesson, excellent reader. Next lesson, ask if he is currently reading a book in English. When I have him next, I want to remember that at my fingertips. Like I said, what I do is for the day I pull my cards, and then I can see exactly what I did last lesson. Okay, the other thing I do is I list the reward right on this card that I used. Okay, so for example, today I used the soccer ball reward. Now, if I were on the Chinese platform, I could notate if I left a note to the LP teacher, any kind of notes that I want to have at my fingertips before I start the next lesson, I put on these cards, okay? And like I said, I have them alphabetized. Okay, here's a student on my Chinese platform. I use both sides of the card and I staple them. Okay, this is Emily, and for Emily, I've had her over like 200 lessons, and I just keep adding the cards and stapling them on. So this is my history, and it's just at my fingertips for the next lesson. Okay, number 2 part of this system is my notebook. What I do is the night before, I look at my schedule and I write down in my time, okay, here's just an example, the time, the lesson, and the student. And what I do to keep myself really focused on this is if I have back-to-backs, I underline it, put an arrow, and put the next one. So at 11, like from 11 to 11:30, I had one student. My next student starts at 11:30. I want to be able to glance at it, you know, right at my notebook next to my desk, so there's, oh yeah, 11:30, like hop into that classroom. Okay, the only other thing I put on this notebook is when I finish the class, I put FAS, finished as scheduled, SNS, student no show, or like any technical issues or things that happened with that class. Okay, so again, this is a really simple system. Let me know in the comments below if you'd like to implement it for yourself or if you have other things that you do that work for you. Okay, I want to wish you a week of happy teaching. Stay healthy and strong and keep smiling, and see you again next week. Bye.